Yeah, well, it forced me to take 16 days off out of the gym, so
Oh,
I
that's
had to
it.
take a
Oh
16
man,
day.
16 days.
Uh, oh, it's I had a blood clot in left ascending artery, the widowmaker, which was 100% blocked. So
Ugh.
basically, if you don't get help, you die. But I called, I got help, and they rushed me to the hospital. They gave me blood thinners, they melted it, they scanned my heart several different ways. My heart was normal size. My plaque was of zero concern. I had a little tiny bit of aortic plaque, which was consistent with a calcium score test that I had 3 years ago, which was really good. So there was really no concerns, just questions about the blood clots. But I'm on blood thinner medication now. I feel great. I've been training, like I said, I only took 16. I've been working my way back,
Yeah.
because they have me on a lot of medicines, which is standard.
Now,
But we're kind of weaning off the medicines now, and I feel great.
now you said your heart is actually not even hypertrophied at all. You have a normal sized heart. That's amazing.
I did not expect that. I asked the guy after they stuck the camera down my throat.
Yeah.
I said, what's the, because I was thinking to myself, surely after all these years, there's a lot of enlargement. And he said, no, you've got a normal size heart. I have zero concern there. So I was like, man, that's kind of a good thing to hear. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't expect to hear it, but I was happy to hear it.
So you basically, the good thing is, the good news is that you have no plaque buildup. Now that people, because sometimes people confuse a clot with plaque or arterial, buildup of, blockages. You had something, you threw a clot for some reason, and the clot traveled and went to that, of all, blood vessels, the worst one it can go to. And what was your symptom?
Yeah.
What did you feel like when you had that, when you started getting the symptoms of the heart attack?
Oh man, it was scary. So I was doing a really light workout, very light. I was in a garage, because the gyms were closed, and I was doing some West Side barbell work. I'm still kind of a power lifter at heart.
Yeah.
I was just doing my dynamic speed work with lightweight. I was doing like 195 pounds for sets of three, real fast.
Right.
And I got up, and all of a sudden, it felt like it felt like my sternum was cracked in
Ugh.
half. And I, hold my chest, like, man, this hurts. And then I started getting out of breath. And I was like, okay, why am I out of breath? This doesn't make any sense. And I started to get really worried.
Right.
And I told my buddy that was with me, I said, man, just take me home. And then he's like, are you sure? Like, this seems bad. And then I could feel my left arm. You know how you always hear about your left
Yeah.
arm
All
kind
the
of starting to
symptoms. You got every
tingle,
symptom. Yeah.
And I felt that, and I was like, call the life squad, call the ambulance.
Right.
Something's bad. Something bad's happening. And of course, they showed up, and
You're smart. You're smart. You saved your life. Well, I'm glad to hear you're doing well. And what are they? You said they got you on blood thinners now for the next year. Is that how they're doing it?
yes, yeah, Plavix for the year, and then
Cool.
we reevaluate after a year.
Right.
So I'm kind of excited. Next month, I get to do my echocardiogram, and that tells you the function of the heart
Right.
and your ejection fraction and all that. So I'm hoping that everything is totally normal. I certainly feel normal, but that can be misleading. So I'm going to let the doctors do that and tell me if I'm normal or not.